play before the hometown crowd, and we've got it for you live here from Sacramento, California. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. This game marks the end of a road trip for the Lakers. They're looking to snag one here before heading home. Well, they're entering a bit of a soft spot in their schedule, facing off guys against some of the lower-ranked teams in the league, and we'll see if they're able to take advantage and have their win.
All right, so coming off with a loss against Golden State, it was only a third loss of the season.
And you know there are no gimmies.
We haven't even lost a game in a while.
Even though the schedule looks soft and looks
that was
like
last game. This is this game.
Games, every team can take.
I'm pretty sure this game against Sacramento is not going to be that close, just like Brooklyn.
And respect your opponent.
And now the Lakers starting group. Inside we've got Kuzma and McGee. Jay out there with Rajon Rondo, and it's LeBron.
Of course, the last game against the Warriors, 2K's finessing me, man.
We begin to realize
I almost had the record yet again.
Some underrated pickups in the offseason that are showing what they can do.
And these are the kind of moves where at the end of the year you start thinking about candidates for executive of the year because they've plugged some holes. They've had an acquisition that's made their bench deeper, and we start to see in an 82-game season that maybe in the 55th to 57th game, a pickup like that is helping them win ball games. This is where those guys earn their money, the general manager.
Not wholesale changes. Just one guy can change a team slightly, and that nuance pays off.
Oh, anything subtle like that, that's where really you tip your hat to the general managers who understood that at some point during the year, we're going to lean on this player.
And that's what you like to see from James, involving his teammates, a terrific passer who enjoys setting the table.
Cauley Stein, a screen.
Of course, tonight,
Neal kicks to Cauley Stein.
the Lakers just won against the undefeated Nuggets.
Pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles.
You have two things working here, the turnover and then the excellent finish.
And good job of transitioning end to end there. There was no hesitation.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Now here's Hield. He's tightly guarded. And that one hits back iron.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish.
Now here's Hield after LeBron James's miss. Tipped away and stolen by Kuzma. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Orchestrating right now, Rondo should be playing with a baton.
For Sacramento, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Fox passes to Bagley. Cauley Stein, a screen. Here's the screen, looking to end the run, and the layup is up and in.
And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Well, you have to be able to trust each other on the defensive end of the floor, otherwise the whole thing is just going to crumble.
Now Bogdanovich, after the missed 3 from Jay. Outside Bogdanovich. They kick out to Hield. Cauley Stein with the screen for Hield. Good on the triple. Hield's got 5.
Yeah, watching Hield shoot is quite astonishing. He does a great job of establishing his feet as a foundation for his three-point shot.
Oh, a little punch, counter punch action. Neither side flinching here.
Yeah, both sides trying to keep up with one another, but doing it from distance.
He almost broke the record like twice.
Back to Fox. They set the pick. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
De'Aaron Fox, another hyper-athletic point guard. Out of Kentucky. Great size at 6'4". He can impact the game at both ends.
Well, the quickness of De'Aaron Fox really is incredible. I got a chance to see John Wall early in his career, and it was the speed that we talked about, but speed can kill. And if De'Aaron Fox can control it, he'll be fantastic at creating opportunities for himself and his teammates.
Now, here's LeBron. He's coming off a 19-point game against Golden State.
And guys, in addition to that scoring, he was absolutely tenacious on the defensive end. A complete two-way game for him. Finished with 3 steals, I think, and that was a difference maker.
McGee a screen. Kuzma with a screen on Cauley Stein. Pocket 6. Jay the pass to James. Three-pointer.
More experience means you have a better understanding of who you're defending. And Cauley Stein uses his length to bother the shooter that time.
A nice shot by Bogdanovich. And De'Aaron Fox made his mark at Kentucky with his terrific on-ball defense. He puts a lot of pressure on.
I mean, he picks up 94 feet, and that's really how you set the bar for your team, with how hard you compete at the defensive end.
And here is Los Angeles now. Sacramento making their last shot. No one near James as he lets it go. And a miss there on the triple. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
And they're pushing it up. Here's Jay. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Jay's got 13.
It's pretty simple. I figured it out. He can't miss. Adding to the lead with ease and capitalizing on every opportunity. He can't miss.
Now, here's Bogdanovich.
He's on the greatest.
11 points for him in that last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Here's Hield. McGee with the block. But they'll get another chance. Here's Bogdanovich. And not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that. Lakers have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Kicks it out to James.
Oh, LeBron shoveling.
By Hield.
Yeah, this is where you might elect to pass out of the slump rather than shoot out of it.
A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
And another momentum shift. These teams going back and forth all night.
Yeah, which team's going to find some consistency first? Neither one can pull away.
And he's been hitting from out there. Defensively, you're going to have to
That's literally my hotspot.
The classic catch-22 guy right here. If you key in on him, you're going to open up other opportunities for his teammates to have good looks.
And it's Fox with the jam.
I feel like Willie Cauley-Stein getting more comfortable the more time he's gotten in his young career, showing signs of being a passer.
Looking at Los Angeles, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Warriors in Oakland.
And in part because I just thought they came out flat in that game and could never recover. Just not their best effort.
You can see the coach trying a few different rotations in that game, shaking things up, trying to get something going, but nothing was working.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
Fox kicks to Bagley. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Bagley's got his first bucket of the night.
And we saw this from Bagley in college. He has very good touch around the rim.
Let's send it out to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Dave Yeager. David?
Well, Kevin, they need to get back on defense. He said the challenge of facing a fast break team like this is limiting transition points. He told his players, if you're not running, you're sitting. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And the first one drops.
See, LeBron, you gotta make the free throws.
Last season on where LeBron would end up, the theories of which team would get his services seemed to change hour by hour, especially during free agency.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Kufis checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. This year comes in for Bagley. Bielitsa, he checks in for Bogdanovich. And Yogi Ferrell subbed in for Buddy Hield. Now, here's Kufis. He averages about 5 points a game, and the basket is good. With LeBron, whenever he becomes eligible to change teams, it is the news in the NBA.
And rightfully so. This is the best player in the game, and whatever team he ends up with instantly becomes a contender. Been to 8 straight NBA finals. You would think the teams getting him or thinking a 9th one would sound good to them.
So it's Sacramento. After LeBron James's miss, ball's knocked loose. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. And here's Ingram from the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Ingram's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now, here's Fox. He picked up 15 points in their last one against the Clippers.
And then there was his passing. When he wasn't scoring on his own, he was making plays for his teammates, and they just couldn't figure out how to defend him.
The Kings trail by 3. Pass to Bielitsa. Back to Fox. And that one drops for him. Fox has got his second bucket of the night.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Now LeBron. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game. He had a nice open look right there. LeBron's got 6.
Gets one to fall, but only a second make in the first 7 attempts.
Fox kicks to Labissiere. Back to Fox. Stolen by Ball. Here's Jay. Knocks down the 3-ball. And it's a 6-point Laker lead.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here, defending the triple.
Pass to Labissiere. Here's Bielitsa. Back to Labissiere. To the paint. It's deflected. Stolen by Ball. And pushing it out. Here's Los Angeles. The shot's good from Jay.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why
Like Stephen
they've
Curry.
been able to get these good looks.
Farrell passes to Bielitsa. Coop is with it. McGee's there. To the middle. Ingram with the steal. Here's Ball. And Ball slams it in.
In this first period, they've been aggressive and extremely focused.
I don't think you ever expect to carve out such a big lead early on in a game like this, but let's see if they can maintain momentum.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first. Well, there's a ton to talk about Lonzo Ball, but if you focus just on what he brings to an offense, there's a lot to like.
Yeah, I mean, he just sees so much on the floor. I mean, he sees all the cuts and angles, both offensively and defensively. And we know his shot will be a work in progress, but it shows some improvement and consistency the second half of last year. And for all the circus that can surround Ball off the court, you forget that he is already an elite playmaker in the NBA.
Here's Labissiere after the basket by the Lakers. Bielitsa with the bucket.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
There's the pick. Labissiere brings the double team. What about you? Sacramento will take possession.
And just not good court awareness there.
Yeah, put me on the bench, bro. It's crazy. Oh my God, look at that move.
Jay covered by Heel. Jay the pass to LeBron. Puts it up from 12. Sacramento grabs the miss. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And we all know in a hostile environment, always tough, but they were the better team on that night.
And a very good all-around effort here, and that's what you need to win on the road.
So for the Lakers right now, LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Rajon Rondo is out there with Jay, and it's McGee in at the center filling out the middle. Lakers leading by 15. Kuzma sets a screen. James in the post. He's got 8. That one's not going to go. Sacramento's gone 1 or 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Bogdanovich against LeBron. Bagley sets a screen for Bogdanovich. That's his 4th miss from the floor. He's made 2 of his shots.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Oh,
Good from Jay. Sacramento's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Coley Stein, a screen. To the middle, off the screen. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That's on LeBron James.
I just think he was completely focused there of making his way through contact to score the ball.
Willie Cauley-Stein, the 6th overall pick back in 2015. Brent, how do you evaluate his progress as an NBA player?
Well, I think it's been a tough situation in Sacramento with so much changeover in personnel, a coaching change as well. He's still pretty raw offensively. He was drafted out of Kentucky as a defensive player, and that's so far where mostly his impact has been felt.
Yeah, I like how James takes it to the defense. Even if they're all over him, he just muscles it past them.
There's the pick. Cauley-Stein, a screen. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. And how about a look at the most recent power ranking? Very telling, even though, guys, we're just still in December. You look at Boston. They're moving on up, 4th spot in the rankings this time around.
And seeing where the Lakers are, they continue to obliterate expectations because they found a way to get the most out of the guys on this roster.
Now here's Rondo. Stein grabs the ball.
Wow, huge sigh of relief for the defense on that possession. You cannot give mid-range shooters any space like that to operate.
He kicks to Bogdanovich. And the refs are going to rule that
flagrant? Oh my goodness.
Flagrant, 1 foul.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays.
Well, the thing you think about with Bogdanovich, besides his first name being in his last name, is potential. A young, raw prospect with plenty of upside.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Let's talk about team defense, Brent. To develop trust, it seems like guys have got to communicate on the floor.
I talk to my friends often who ask me about playing an NBA game and playing defense. They first start with saying that I didn't play any, but the second thing we get to, Kevin, is talking about really how intricate good defenses can be. You talk about communication, that's one thing, but throughout the course of the season, you build so much sweat equity on defense and trust by knowing that somebody's going to be behind you, hearing that voice consistently, but positions on the floor where you almost develop play sets as a defensive team. Now, when you reach that level, that's the upper echelon, but that's when it really gets fun to be down on that end, to shut a team down, to keep a crowd quiet. Defense always begins with great communication.
So many things. Rotations and playing angles and having the guy in back, you know what you can do well, what you can't do well if you're ahead of him.
Well, that, Kevin, and also great teams who are adaptable to make changes on the fly. All of a sudden, a dead ball, coach calls out a different coverage. You want to mess up the team's rhythm on the other end, and 5 guys, they snap to it and can carry out that defensive assignment in one play call. That's great defense.
And the Kings making a change here. Fox is checked in. Kicks it to Stein. Fox with the screen for Stein. Healed outside.
Damn, I got stuck.
And another 3 for Sacramento.
And you love how Hield is always ready with his feet set. Once the ball hits his hands, it's off.
And Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Now the pass to Jay. Kuzma with a screen on Hield. Jay, the pass to Kuzma, and Kuzma slams it in.
We talk so much about accurate shooting. Sometimes accurate passing can lead to great shooting. You saw it there.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Jay in that last matchup against the Warriors was superb. He ended up with 47 points and got there the usual way. An impressive barrage of 3-pointers. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
Great, David. Appreciate it. Well, he set the bar pretty high for himself with that performance.
He did. I mean, but we know he's going to try to raise that bar again tonight. No matter how good he is, he's always thinking he can do better.
And the great players are never satisfied. We'll see what he does in the next one.
They set the screen. Fox. The teardrop falls in. Fox has got 12 in the game.
If they're going to win this game, he's going to require just a little bit of help. Many of the shots he's taking are finding the hoop.
Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. McGee in the high post. And Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
They can't afford to be that careless. They need him out there on the floor, so he has to avoid fouling again in this period.
Kufis checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Kuzma with a screen on Hield. 4 on the clock. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, when your opponent's down and frustrated, This is when you can turn it up.
And Fox gets it to go.
When the game starts to slow down for younger players, you know they're starting to feel confident about how they go about their business. Fox with a good decision there.
Now here's LeBron. He's got 10. Back to Rondo. From downtown. That shot misses. And it's the Kings taking it the other way. 30 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Shoots from 14. Bagley.
Oh, I like that.
The
Okay.
rebound and puts it back up and in.
And the dogged attitude of Bagley. When shots go up, he wants to be the first to pounce on misses.
Healed against James. McGee is screen on Heel. Here's Rondo. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And that concludes the first half. Los Angeles on top. They lead by 13.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Dave Yeager. Coach, what is going to be the focus offensively going into the second half?
Well, we try to go inside. You know, that's our strength anyway. So for us, you know, our bread is buttered inside, so we try to play high-low. And then if the threes come out of that, great, but we want to try to get everything to the rim.
Coach, it all starts with that entry pass to the big, and then everybody plays off of him. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away,
Yeah,
folks.
13-point
We'll be
game.
back for the second half of basketball right after this.
Not a lot of games left. And I've hit like 8 threes in the first half. I got something to prove.
Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, he has been dominant as we expected coming into this one. Skilled and relentless.
Fox is at the point with Heel next to him at the 2. Down low, it's Bagley and Cauley Stein. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Kings.
Wow, just shocked that he missed that layup. Not a lot of defense there.
Inside, deflects the pass, and stolen by Bagley. Pass to Fox. Back to Heel. Rebounded by the Lakers. 17 points was their biggest margin. They host the Clippers after this game, and that game will kick off a 4-game homestand. Jay covered by Heel. Here's Kuzma. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Kuzma's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Lakers.
Well, the Kings are certainly in full rebuild mode, adding to this roster with a bunch of young talent. Last season, the bottom 3 team in both offense and defense, and the bottom 4 in rebounding. So plenty of room to make strides this year.
The rhythm, the timing, and encouraging signs seeing Bagley knock it down there off the catch.
Pass to Rondo. LeBron against Bogdanovich. And the whistle blows. LeJan's here for a 3-point play. And the Kings looking to develop their young players. Coach Yeager with a deep rotation.
Well, last season it was interesting. If you look at the minutes totals, there was no player that played more than 28 minutes a game. So multitude of players getting tons of opportunities. They added some veterans in the locker room to try to help those guys along and provide some mentorship.
There's the screen. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Fox against Rondo. Jay, the pass to LeBron. Shot clock at 6. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And again, it's the Lakers.
Well, a little bit of separation there. That's the challenge. You want LeBron to make it from the mid-range. Guess what? He can do that too.
Fox kicks to Heel. Pass to Bagley. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. The baseline Jay off the mark.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
James, no good.
His shot's just, it's not there right now with his team leading. Perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
There's the pass to Fox. Cauley Stein with this screen on Rondo. Fox dishes to Heel. Cauley Stein, a screen. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. A chance now to check out how the All-Star voting is shaping up. Well, you look at Jay. He has a huge vote total right now. Number 3, in fact, among Western Conference players. And keep tuning in for updated results. You can visit NBA.com for more. James, the pass to Rondo. James against Bogdanovich. And again, LeBron missing. The Kings trail by 18. Inside, here's Hield. Foul on the play, basket down, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
Impressive how Hield can take contact and still remain laser focused on finishing a play. He plays much bigger than his body.
Labissiere is checked in for Sacramento. Bielitsa comes in for Bogdanovich. Michael Beasley, he's checked in for the Lakers. Harris comes in for Rajon Rondo. And it's Harris off the drive and stolen by Cauley Stein. Here's Fox. It's tipped, and that's out of bounds.
Get out of my house, dear Fox.
Josh Hart, he's checked in for the Lakers. Timeout called by the Kings. Well, Greg and Willie Cauley Stein, a live wire 7-footer.
I mean, he's got great foot speed for his size. I just like to see him really become more aggressive offensively and try to improve that skill set. But his mobility is so desirable in today's game.
Three-pointer, Hield. Drills the three-pointer. Hield's got 6 in the quarter.
Hey, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
James against Hield. The shot by LeBron, no good. The Kings trail by 12. Hield kicks to Fox. Passes it to Cauley Stein. Labissiere with the screen for Hield. Pass to Labissiere to the inside. Here's Jay. And the Lakers with another miss. The Kings have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Fox passes to Hield. Rebounded by Jay.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
Sacramento's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Labissiere, the screen. Here's Fox. Misses off the left iron. Lakers leading by 14. Jay, the pass to Harris. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. LeBron outside. Back to Beasley. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
Well, collectively, they've done it tonight here. A passionate performance from the squad.
Kufis checked in for the Kings. We've heard Coach Steve Kerr say the power forward position, as we knew it, is disappearing. You could say that maybe about the center position, too.
I don't want to say that about the center position. What I want to tell you, Kevin, in my humble opinion, is that the center position has changed.
It's evolved.
So, yeah, I don't want to say that it's just disappeared, because there are players out there that are playing that position and doing a lot of the things that you would qualify as center-centric, screening, going down to the block, rim running to the post, being an option down low. But it's definitely changed.
But now we're seeing him go out and defend smaller guys in the perimeter, taking threes, and that's what's weird for your eyes to just kind of absorb what's going on.
Well, it's weird to absorb not only that and what those players individually are asked to do, but when you're at a game and you're sitting in the stands and all of a sudden you see 5 guys that are outside the three-point line. I mean, go back to the game in the 80s, it's the exact opposite. It was like, a bunch of ants on top of a lost candy bar sitting in the lane, gnawing at one another.
Right.
It's just changed. So the center position, not disappeared, just changed.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, the Kings signed some quality vets last season, but when the losses piled up, they decided to go young. Now, the focus is on development. The veterans still have a role, providing steadying presence on the court and in the locker room. Kevin?
David, it certainly is a balancing act. Thanks for that report. Here's Jay. Connects again from distance. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
Healed outside. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Heald's got 10 points here in the second half. Here are the Lakers. They're on a 17-6 run. Beasley sets a screen for James. Over Labissiere. Again, the Lakers.
This has been proven. It's a scientific fact, Kevin. It's hard to stop LeBron James from scoring.
To the middle. That's tipped.
Oh,
Here's Jay. No good on the three.
Well, it's like the defense has a bunch of matchbooks in their hands right now, playing with fire. They were fortunate that somehow he misfired on that one.
Beasley with the steal. Jay covered by Heel. Back to James. Harris outside. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got 3 assists tonight.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agility.
Healed outside. Kupus. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Beasley's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. From deep 3-point range. And it's Fox with the rebound.
shit.
Fox has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Labissiere with the screen for Fox. Labissiere, the screen. Elisa with the bucket.
Some guys just take pride in how they set screens. It might seem like a small part of the game, but as you saw there, it can have a huge impact in getting a shooter an open look at the basket.
And here is Harris. He's got 9. Beasley, the pass to Jay. Just 5 on the clock. Hart kicks to Harris. Shoots over Fox. It's rebounded by Labissiere. Sacramento's gone 5 of 8 from 3-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. The Kings have been coming through at the charity streak. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. And the Kings making a change here. Farrell's checked in. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Beasley. Brandon Ingram comes in
Lance
for
Stevenson.
James. Lance Stevenson's checked in for Josh Hart. And Ball subbed in for Harris. Stevenson dishes to McGee. Feeds it to Ingram. Pass to Jay. Over Labissiere. Los Angeles with another miss. The Kings shooting 39% from the floor since the half. Not really what they had in mind. Fox passes to Farrell. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 3 assists now in this one.
More and more improved floor awareness.
Good, another from 3.
And of course it falls for him. That 3 pushes him into the history book.
Well, he is now tied for the most 3s in a game. This is a night we will never forget.
You think of all
For the record! Steph Curry who?
And Curry's mark of 13 sets
Steph Curry
not that long
who?
ago has been bested. What a legendary shooting display we're witnessing.
There's the pick. Here's Farrell. It's Bielitsa, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Bielitsa's got 6 in the quarter.
And the only thing that can slow down his three-point onslaught, maybe a break in play.
Well, this crowd can do nothing but watch in awe, GA. He has been spectacular.
And this shooting display could be in a museum, an absolute masterpiece from deep.
Some changes for Sacramento. Bagley comes in for Labissiere, and it's Bogdanovich in for Fox. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Farrell kicks to Bagley. There's the pick. He feeds it to Kufis. The pass to Farrell. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Farrell's got 10 points in the game.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Jay, the pass to McGee. Here's Farrell. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Lonzo Ball picks one up. For Sacramento, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
And the second free throw, good. Jay, the pass to McGee. Here's Jay. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Because I got the record, boys. The third time was the charm. Like I said, Steph Curry who?
Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. Taking a look at the Lakers. Ingram and Kuzma filling up the 3 and the 4. Jay out there with ball, and it's McGee in at the 7.
And I really love Fox's game. And he's got a ton of room to grow, but boy, does he play with intensity.
There's an old cliche, Kevin, we've heard or said a million times about speed killing. Well, perhaps no player is more emblematic of that than De'Aaron Fox. End to end, he could be one of the fastest players in the league.
He kicks it to Kufis. From 18 feet away, and he nails the jumper.
Playing in between right now and changing speeds, Bogdanovich spotting some nice scoring opportunities.
From outside the arc. No good from Jay. Well, Fox is a blur in transition. Brett, his speed is a weapon.
Yeah, and he can use it if he has the ball or if he doesn't. Become a slasher and get into the teeth of the defense. Defensively, his lateral quickness and intensity also can make him a pest. It would be nice to see if he takes some pride on that end of the floor growing up.
You know, when Marvin Bagley entered the league, there were some questions as to which position would he play. But the versatility he brings is special. They can guard a number.
And one thing you can't question about Bagley, Greg, his intensity level.
As competitive as they come. He's ferocious around the rim. Oftentimes, he looks like he wants it more than anybody else on the floor.
Game is so wide open now, Brent. Such a great pace. Does that put more strain on bigger players? Physically.
I think it's putting strain on everybody. I think last year we saw...
regardless of something.
Yeah, injuries to every position, the key guys at every position. I think that some of the physical motions that players have to perform in games because they're covering more ground and in susceptible positions, it's happening to everybody. The issue with the big guys, Kevin, is they're not playing. Less of them are getting more important time on the floor, so it's a strain on everybody.
The shot's good from Jay.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
I got
Well,
50
a
plus
tip of the
points.
cap
That's
to the
crazy.
coaching staff
But
here,
he's got 51.
recognizing how well he's playing, so the game plan has been built around it.
And I tell you what, when Bagley plays with energy, it is difficult trying to stop him. Awesome at just staying on the attack.
Jay to pass the ball. In the corner, it's Stevenson. 5 on the clock. Beasley, the screen, goes up on the wing. He gets it in there.
Lance.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Los Angeles.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he did a good shot at the basket, didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And so checking out their record tonight, that'll mark win number 32 overall.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jay.
He came in with a focus and brought that dominant performance to the defense all night long, controlling the pace of the game and was firing on all cylinders.
They set the pick. And it's blocked. That's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession. JaVale McGee's checked in for Zubats. JaVale McGee. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by McGee.
Yeah, it's a disappointing sequence of plays. Absolutely inexcusable turning the ball over like that.
I'm pretty sure that's going to make it to Shaq in the pool.
44 seconds left in the game. Farrell kicks to Bielitsa. Healed from outside. Nailed from three-point land.
I mean, this is what the scouting report calls for here. Love how effective Field is right now on the offensive end.
Passes it the ball. Beasley the screen. Jay. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
And he makes the first. No free throws good from Jay. Now the Kings with it. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. They set the pick. Goes up the baseline. Misses off the right iron. Beyond the arc. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Jay's got 58.
I'll tell you, when you're the visiting team, it can be hard to maintain focus, but not tonight.
Tonight they have stuck with what they do well, handling all the exterior pressure, and they're likely to come out on top here.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't.
I think I just scored my career best.
Feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance.
That was the one thing on my mind of
It's
this
time
game.
now to go courtside as we send you
Beat
over to David
Steph
Aldridge
Curry's
from the
record.
sideline.
Because I was
David,
close
take it away.
twice. The third time was the charm.
Thanks very much. You may not know this, but you just set the NBA record for most threes in a game. What got you locked in?
Oh man, I just had a really good feel for my shot right from the opening tip. Even if I had a head in my face, I was confident that I was going to find my target. And my fans always ask me to shoot more threes, so I guess I just gave them a little treat tonight. Sorry, Steph.
Shoot or shoot.
Well, they got a big treat tonight. All-time single-game three-point record. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Endorsements. What is it? I might as well have to leave that. They're gonna take it. Okay. $50 for double doubles. I was the man of the game. Only missed 9 shots. 16 of 24 from downtown. New record for 3-point mains in a single game. Right here.